Think about the number of electronic devices you own at your house. I believe that you have at least two. But did you know that the technology is such a powerful thing that can either let people save their time or waste their time? It all depends on how we use them. On one hand, technology has been playing an important role in our learning. Students make Word documents or presentations using their computer. Teachers in our school use iPads, computers, and smartboards to teach students easily. Another example can be Twitter exit cards. Twitter exit cards is when the students upload 1 or 2 sentences on Twitter about what they learned in class. This is very helpful to them because they are not only sharing their ideas, but also receiving ideas from other students. On the other hand, have a look at this picture over here. Do you notice anything wrong about it? As you can see, it is a picture of a restaurant and people are holding their electronic devices without any communications, even though they are facing each other. This is a serious problem going on right now because I saw the same situation many times in my life. Now, here's another picture. Do you agree with what this picture says? I personally do, and it pricked my conscience. But I further interpret the meaning of this picture as people, especially the students, are becoming addicted to the internet and technology. Like this picture, I think that many students just overspend their precious time just for pointless internet use, which in my opinion is a waste of time. Problems can be also found in Korea, where I come from. 2 years ago, before I came to Germany, nobody in my class in Korea knew what smartphones were, and they didn't even have it. But nowadays, the Korean companies have been developing the technology so much that for students, it's becoming more accessible because it is becoming cheaper. I read some Korean news articles saying that students are causing problems by sending text messages, playing games, and even calling each other during the class. One of the articles was about 75% of the students becoming restless when their phones are not near them. This shows how much phones are important to the students and how much these phones are affecting students' life, students' mentality in a bad way. But these are not only happening in Korea. Every day in my life, I see a lot of students around my age holding on their electronic devices, especially the iPads, since the school gave it to 6th through 8th grade students. One day, I was curious about what my friend was doing with his tablet during the recess. So I went next to him. And I saw that he was playing games and sending text messages to his friend at the same time. He didn't even realize that I was next to him. And when he finally did, he didn't even bother to talk to me. though. So I had to go elsewhere. Some people might argue, why is socializing with people using the technology so bad? But the thing is that if we use the technology too much and get used to it, someday in the future, we won't be able to communicate properly even if we are in the same building, in the same room, which is actually happening in my class. This is why we should use the technology but in a profitable and beneficial way, so we can receive every one of the benefits from the technology and avoid the disadvantages. Here's one of the bad example of my day. When I come home from school, I directly go upstairs, turn on the computer, and start to do my homework. But after 20 or 30 minutes, I start to lose my concentration and finally end up on a website called Facebook. From then, I start to waste my time. I check the messages, I check the news feed, I chat with at least 3 people, and this actually takes up 20 minutes each time I go on Facebook. And this can possibly be a normal life of the students from our generation. So what should we do? Jarungyot Arunyanak, who is the lecturer of Communications Arts faculty in Sripatum University, stated that these problems are caused by a lack of satisfaction in other areas of life, such as friendship problems or family issues. So I think that people should set the time when they're going to use the technology and use the spare time with their families or friends to gain happiness. For example, students should turn off their computer after they're done with their homework and use their time playing and talking with their family or friends. They should seriously realize how it has been affecting our lives in a bad way and try to protect from happening. This solution I came up with might be challenging and hard at the beginning, but as the time goes by, it will be no problem. The last thing I want to say is, don't rush to solve the problems because we still have plenty of time to live. And keep this in your mind. Enjoy your life with the technology, but in your most valuable way. Thank you.